Yeah, welcome to another live stream. In this live stream, we're going to be talking about home theater, what to look for, what not to look for, what's your setup. Let's talk about what you have in your home theater. Very simple, very straightforward live stream. Um, yeah, hold on, I gotta delete the other because I was live on the DJ Kevin TV1 channel, and then yeah, I'm just gonna delete that live stream because number one, there was so many bullshit people there that I just don't like. Um, and hey, what's up? And yeah, I deleted the last live stream on my channel. So yeah, we will redo that another day. But welcome to Video File Freak, the channel where you learn about and talk about home theater. So, home theater, the best thing that you can have in your home, right? Very simple, very straightforward, no problems at all. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. That's right. There you go. My man, he came over from DJ Kevin TV1. He's here on this channel as well. So yeah, he's giving us some some encouragement to like and subscribe and stuff like that. So I definitely appreciate you doing that. So talking about home theater, some of the biggest thing that the people should have in their home is a home theater. Yes, there's a lot of money to be spent in a home theater. You know, you gotta buy a TV, you gotta buy a sound bar, you gotta buy a streaming box. If you have a dumb TV, you gotta buy a streaming box either way. And the most best and most important thing that you should buy is a Blu-ray, DVD player, or somewhere around there. Is it costly if you? So how much is an estimate? Um, for a home theater setup, um, if you really, really want to get into home theater, hey, how's it going? Now we could talk about home theater. Um, the estimate of home theater, it can be really high up there. Now, if you're just gonna do a basic home theater with a TV and a sound bar, that could roughly around probably $400 probably. But if you really want to get into projection, that's where the money. That's when your paycheck was is really going to drain down. But you could buy used projectors off eBay for basically nothing. But you got to buy a true projector, right? You you could buy an office projector. I mean, office projectors are all right, but at the same time, you're not gonna have enough contrast. You're not gonna have enough brightness. I mean, you're definitely gonna have enough brightness, but the colors won't look that good. Trust me, I've been through so many projectors throughout this channel that I actually learned that there's a difference between home theater projectors and office based that they call data projectors. I have a Sony STR-AN1000 with a Bravia 9 with a Bravia 9 75 inch. It cost me $4,000 with the Black Friday deals. Oh, now I see. Now I see why you're concerning. Now I love it. I love I have to go OLED. Love to go OLED, but I have kids and I don't want them to give it a burn-in. Yeah. I mean, is OLED's really worth it? Yes, it is worth it if you really want that contrast and, bright colors, all that detailing. But in the technology, it is going to suffer. Now, what I meant about that is what you just explained right there. Um, when you have an OLED screen, you are gonna have burn-in. Now, there are many manufacturers like Sony, LG, TCL, all those brands have have an option inside the TV that will actually not reset your TV, but put a static on the screen. So when the burn-in happens, it will actually change colors. I think it changed colors, and then it's slowly gonna take that burn-in away. Or you could keep the TV off for several hours or several days, and then that burn-in should go away. But if you're playing like Xbox or whatever on an OLED display, yeah, that burn-in is probably going to stay there forever. Um, Again, many manufacturers always come up with an idea about putting something into software to make that burn-in go away. Most of the time, it works, but some of the times it doesn't work. So if you're playing like Xbox 360 or Xbox One, whatever console that you guys are playing, with the hub on the bottom, like whenever you're playing a shooting game, you see the crosshair. If you play too long, that crosshair is going to stay there for a good amount of time. So the only way to get rid of crosshair, that crosshair on your screen is by resetting your TV. Or in the option, it has an OLED refresh. So it will refresh the OLED and then the burn-in should go away. Most of the times it will go away, most of the time it won't. But if you play so many games on an OLED screen, it's not really going to go away. It's going to permanently stay there. Let's see here. You can get a basic AV receiver with a surround sound and a decent TV for 800 max. Yeah. You don't need an AV receiver, but it makes the sound much better. Yeah, it does. If you have an AV system and you have a big screen, you want an AV system. You want that 5.1 or 7.1.2 or whatever, or Atmos, with the Dolby surround sound. If you have a big screen, you want big sound, because if you have a small screen, if you're using the speakers on your TV and you're watching a movie, it's going to make the screen the screen is just going to feel small. It's not small, but the sound goes well with the visual. So if you want a big screen experience, you kind of have to invest into an AV receiver, or there's always good sound bars out there that you could actually buy to make that screen look huge. Because if you're watching, like, for an example, I don't know, pick any movie that you guys like, and then you guys are listening the sound through the TV. Most TV speakers are very, very tinny because they want to make the display small and skinny. So they don't have enough room to put a big sound system inside their TVs. So that's why they created soundbars. Yeah, I mean, if you're watching a movie and you're watching a movie with just a built-in TV speakers, and you have a 95-inch or 85-inch TV, and you're watching it, and then you go, wow, I mean, this is a good experience. The visuals are great, but the sound is shit. The speakers in the TV is not made for watching movies. It's just watching. They're designed for just casual TV viewing. So get yourself a soundbar, get yourself an AV receiver. You will actually be pretty decent. You'll be on the road. Yeah, I live alone. I would go OLED, and I'll use it for games and movies, but I would be careful with it. I just knew my wife and kids would not be careful, so it went with the mini LED. Mini LED is pretty good choice. Mini LED TVs are really, really good choice. I'm not saying it's better than OLED, but they are a pretty good choice if you want to play a lot of games and watch a lot of movies. Yeah, mini LEDs are really, really good. They're really, really good. I mean, I never heard any problems with burn-in on mini LED displays. And I've been dealing from all the way to like CRT. I never touch a plasma. Plasma is like like smaller CRT. That's technically what a plasma TV is. And then you have LED, which everybody probably still have today. There was regular LCD TVs, but the backlight was fluorescent. And then they changed to LED because it's more energy efficient. Because I bet you a lot of people back in the early 2000s, they were bitching about $200 light bill just to have this fucking 50-inch fucking LCD TV. That's what it was back in the day. And with the AV receiver, you gotta think about pass-throughs. That's right. If you're trying to do 4K content or 1080p, 120 frames per second, then make sure that the AV receiver supports that. That is totally true, because if you have there is this thing in the electronic industry when it comes to visuals and audio. There is this thing that's called a handshake, and what that is it's a HDCP handshake. Now a lot of people was like, handshake, oh, how nice to meet you. No, that's not what they meant. A handshake, you gotta have your receiver and your TV in the same HDMI versions. Like if you have a TV that's HDMI 2.1 and then your AV receiver is HDMI 1.0, you're going to be having some handshake issues because your TV is trying to get 4K, but your receiver cannot support 4K. So there's a handshake issue right there. So even the HDMI, different HDMI, there's different HDMI versions that everybody needs to look into. But the technology is moving really quickly. Then it's just like, I mean, do you really need to upgrade every single 5 years? Because every single technology comes out, it's always like a year or 2 years. So I mean, most people ain't gonna spend money on buying a new 4K TV every single 2 years just to get the best quality. That's technically not happening. A big TV is about how far away you are sitting from it. There are measurements online. That's right. So with 1080p, and 720p, that wasn't really a big thing. The measurement, how far you are away from the screen, it wasn't. I'm not saying that wasn't a thing. It just wasn't. It wasn't really known. People just didn't know that. So in 1080p, you could just put a 1080p right in front of you in fucking 5 feet. And then there was no such thing as measurements back then. But with 4K coming in, when 4K came in, now they talk about measurements and shit like that. I mean, I never heard of, oh, I gotta sit, 12 feet away to see a 1080p TV. 12 feet, man, that's fucking all the way far back. You gotta be at least 8 feet to see true 1080p. It wasn't a thing back then. Now with 4K and HDR and all this other shit, now it's actually something. So yeah, nowadays it's about the measurements, how far you're sitting away from the screen. You know what? If you want an IMAX experience, just sit your fucking face right freaking in front of it and just go, my God, it's beautiful. I mean, it's your personal preference. Don't listen to the manufacturers. It's your personal preference, but it's a preferable distance is what these manufacturers are trying to tell you. THX. Oh, THX. I don't think THX is even around anymore. THX was a big deal back in the early 2000s. I mean, when you hear THX came all the way when Star Wars was coming around because Lucasfilms owns THX. And THX was my God, it was just a mind-blowing fucking experience. If you're only 5 feet away, then 1080p is acceptable. That's right. 5 feet away is 1080p. It's pretty acceptable. But I used to have a 100-inch screen. I used to have a 100-inch projector screen at my old house. And my projector wasn't 1080p. It was like some conference room projector that, I just bought. It was a Hitachi freaking conference room one. I used to, no lie, you guys, I used to sit like this in front of the screen and just dart my eyes around. Now, that's not preferable into the home theater world, but when you don't have enough room and you want a 100-inch screen, I just love that setup. I just love sitting up front and just moving my dart my head around, just seeing that giant ass screen right in front of me. It was fun. LED TVs do not get burn-ins no matter what. Yeah, LED TVs does not have burn-ins because LED TVs, people just don't understand that LED TVs, it just means the backlight of the backlight of the TV. It has nothing to do with the LCD crystal. All right, that's a whole different ballgame. OLED is organic LED, so it's LEDs that's making up the picture. But with LCD TVs or LED TVs, you don't need to worry about burn-ins. No problems whatsoever. My TV and games in the basement, my laptop in my room. Hey, I mean that's technically my setup too. Well, I mean, my whole room is a freaking home theater. Um, if you're that far away, then you would want 4K, maybe 65 or 75. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to 4K, UHD, people just don't understand that 4K is not 4K. UHD, ultra high definition, is actually the true name of the resolution. But people call it 4K because it's a lot easier to fucking say. True 4K is 4096 across and 2160 down. That is true 4K. Ultra HD is 380/40 across, 2160 down. It's just how it goes. The professional industry had the true 4K, and then the consumer market have ultra high definition. It's the same thing because it's 2160p down, but it's not the same thing. Uh, that's why I future proof my AV receiver was like $1,000, but it supports 8K, and I won't be buying another one for another 10 years. Yeah, I mean, okay, everybody doesn't know that 8K, it's a dead format. It didn't really hit the market. The only manufacturer that still makes 8K anything is Samsung. Samsung is the only manufacturer that's still making 8K TVs. LG doesn't make it anymore. I don't think Sony really hit the market with it. TCL they don't even make 8K TVs. I don't think they even did. The only manufacturers that does 8K is Samsung and JVC. JVC TVs? No, the JVC projectors. They could do electronic shift 8K. We don't see 8K. Some of us don't even see 4K, let alone 8K. So 8K is a dead format. 8K is a dead resolution. Now, I may be dead for the consumer market, but for the professional market, it's still around. But for the consumer market, like me and you, 8K, it's not happening. It's not going to happen anytime soon. It's all Dolby now. Yeah, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. Yeah. He said thanks, not THX. My bad. So if you want a 4K HDR at 60 frames per second, you're gonna need to spend 700 on TV and 300 on a receiver if you want a surround sound. Yeah, that's how much you're actually gonna pay for. Then speakers are $50 a piece, so 250 for the surround sound at least. That's you definitely have a dedicated home theater in your house, do you? Because I could tell you definitely have a home theater surround sound system in your house. Now we are going to talk about 3D. Now 3D, excuse the smoking. 3D, if you want 3D, you have to buy a projector. That's the only way that you're going to get 3D as of today. Yeah, I think one of my projectors, it could do 3D, but I haven't bought 3D glasses yet because I don't give a damn about. That's what consumers are. Some consumers, not all of them, but some consumers wants 3D because people are buying 3D Blu-rays, right? I mean, there's still probably some films that is in 3D Blu-ray, but not the major studios because they just realized 3D was a piece of shit. So the only way to get 3D into your home is buying a 3D projector, and most manufacturers put 3D enable. They have a 3D lineup. So if you want 3D in your house, you got to buy a 3D projector or buy yourself a 4K 3D TV, which they did make back in the day. Just it wasn't widely known. Let's see. Up to you. It's more about the brand for me. I trust Sony and LG at the top, then Samsung. I am so down your alley. I have an LG TV. It's a 43-inch. I don't really need anything bigger than that. 43-inch LED 4K TV by LG. I really like the interface, the WebOS. I really love that WebOS interface. Samsung, they do make good TVs, but I think I think Samsung is overhyped. I did hear that they do have some issues, so I tried to stay away from them. But me, I'm an LG guy. I used to have a Sony Rare Projection TV back in the day. I wish I still had that fucker. Um, the tip of three brands. The three brands that's actually well known is Sony, LG, and Samsung, and other brands is just less reliable over time. I had a Sony for the last me 10 years, no problems. That's absolutely true. I mean, LG and Sony was Sony. We're talking about Sony here. If any of you guys got the news about Sony and their TV manufacturing, TCL is going to be making Sony TVs for the Sony Corporation. I think it starts. I think it starts this year or next year. I think. But I read up that Sony is no longer going to make their own TVs. They're going to rely on TCL for them to make their own Bravia TV. The Bravia name will still be around. It's just Sony's not going to make their own TVs no more. Besides, they don't even make their own TVs anyway. Like the screen that the Sony uses is a LG or Samsung display. They don't make their own displays no more. How much do projector runs you? Projectors. I'm sorry, I'm like way out of hand here. Yeah, projectors are not good for bright rooms in the daytime until you have blackout curtains. That's right. If you have a dark room with no windows, then projectors are great, but you gotta install them. Not necessarily. Um, Projectors. I have a projector. I have several of them, and I have a TV. You could buy a 3,000 lumen projector, right? You could buy a 3,000 lumen projector for say $1,000, 4K. LG makes good WebOS based LED projectors. You could go to laser. That's another one, but in the industry, they're not called laser projectors. They're called laser TVs. So, I mean, projectors, you might want to invest in a projector, even if you have a TV, because projectors give you more immersive experience than a TV. For an example, like I already talked about, my 100-inch screen, that's a projector. I could take that projector and move it wherever the hell I want and have just a massive screen. The brightness, yeah, that could be a pain in the butt. But with the laser and LED technology so advanced in the projector technology, the projector industry, you could get a really, really bright 3,000 lumen projector or 3,100 lumen projector, and you'll be fine. I mean, I have one. I know it's a conference room one, but I could watch it with my blinds open and some of the daylight coming in. But think about this: if you want a projector, you have to buy an ALR screen. ALR screen is ambient light rejected screen. So what that does is it's kind of gray. The projector's right behind you. Shines on the shot. It projects onto the ALR screen, and plus, with all the lights coming in, it rejects that screen. It rejects the light out. So all that you see is the bright colors, darker blacks, all that beautiful stuff. So if you want to buy a projector, and you have a lot of light coming in, get yourself blackout blinds or an ALR screen. ALR screens, I'm not saying they're new technology, but they are kind of expensive. Yeah, unless you buy a very expensive one, yeah. But the projector will never be as bright as a mini LED TV. No, it won't. But they have projectors came a long way. Now I'm backing projectors up because I have a company that actually repairs projectors and review projectors. Like you guys, if you guys subscribe to this channel, you guys see all the videos that I made on projectors itself. Projectors came a long way that they are actually TV replacements. Not for the most part, but some of the part. Projectors are kind of TV replacements because if you actually think about it, a TV is technically just a rectangle on a table. For a projector, it'll be in the back of the room or in front of the room, ultra short throw. They are definitely TV replacements. And let me tell you, most projectors now have smart features, which I'm going to show you in a little bit on my new projector, which is the XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus. Probably if you guys saw from my last live stream, I showed you guys how it performed. Sorry guys, it makes it look weird when I'm looking at my crotchal region. But always try to invest on a projector as well. Yeah, TVs are nice, you know, but look at this. That's a TV up there, right? I think I'd rather have a projector on the ceiling pointing at this wall than having this brown rectangle piece of shit on my wall. I'm just backing projectors up. I mean, there's certain things that you don't need a projector or you don't need to buy one, but it's always good to have a projector at hand, just in case if you want to watch a movie outside. That's another reason why people are buying projectors. How many lumens is your new projector? The new XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus is 400 lumens. Now, it's because it's a budget projector. It's not their top tier. It's their budget projector. Walmart exclusive projector. How much did it cost? It cost around $318. I do have some other projectors that cost way more than that. Yeah, 400 lumens, not the greatest thing in the world, but when you have a little light coming in, it's pretty good. I'm gonna show you guys in a couple of minutes before I gotta piss my cigarette out. So I have so many projectors all the projectors that I reviewed on the channel I still have in my room. Some of them I use, some of them I don't. Some of them I will have to give to Goodwill and stuff like that. I'm thinking about sending it to Goodwill. So yeah, I'm gonna turn on when I go inside, I'm gonna turn on the XGIMI projector. I'm gonna show you guys how that really works. My Bravia 9 will do 3,000 nits peak brightness. There's a big difference between lumens and nits. There's a big difference between the two technologies. Well, two different types of brightness, right? You got TV brightness and then you have projector brightness. Two different things. People like to say, oh, this thing has 3,000 lumens and they're talking about a TV. No, it's what he just said. It's nits. It's not lumens. Lumens is only classified for projectors only. So when you're actually looking at a TV, you have to do some calculation. Projectors, you have to do some calculation too, but you can visually think, I got a 3,000 lumen projector. You could see the 3,000 lumens. Projector TVs, I feel like they're almost all the same. That's true, but I don't know what the calculation is. See, that's nobody knows what the calculation is for nits, but people know the calculation for lumens or ANSI lumens. So I mean, yeah, it's a little complicated when you're trying to compare a TV with a projector because you can't really compare the two. You got to compare it with a projector, not with a projector and a TV. It gets you a little confused. But let me show you guys what I got. Um, let me show you guys what I got. Right? I gotta make sure I bring my coffee inside. Sorry guys, this might look weird, but I gotta. Sorry. All right. So. All right, you guys. This is my TV. This is the LG LED TV, 4K. Hot as shit right now because it's been on. I only keep this on because I can, see the clock and stuff like that when it comes to live streaming. But yeah, this is an LG. This right here. This is a 30. I think it is 31,000 lumens. This is a whole different ball game, right? That is 3100 lumen projector right there. That is an in-focus projector. Over here, this is a home theater projector. This is an Optima. This guy is, no wait, that's 3000 lumens. This is 3100 lumens. All right. This is a home theater projector. This thing could do 3D. My new one is sitting right over here. That is the XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus. This is a portable home theater projector. 400 lumens, 1080p, has Google TV built into it. And this thing is a beast. What's good about this is that it does auto keystone and auto correction, screen correction, auto object avoidance, you name it. This little thing does it all. And this thing cost me around $318, I think, or $310. This is their low budget brand projector. But yes, it's 400 lumens, but at the same time, I have blackout blinds right here. So this is what you guys need to invest if you guys want to have a home theater. Yeah, this is my bedroom, but this is what you guys need to invest right here. Blackout blinds, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this guy on. I'm going to turn on the XGIMI and let you guys see. Now, some things, god damn, I didn't realize that the freaking tripod will be that low. Hold on, stay with me, you guys. Stay with me. Good God. All right. So, the XGIMI is going to be on this wall right here. Blackout blinds, you definitely need it if you want a home theater. That's all I gotta say. Even if you have, like my bedroom right here, and then you have a projector, you need blackout blinds. Because these things right here, they ain't gonna do shit when it comes to projection. So you definitely do need blackout blinds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this TV off. I'm gonna unplug it. I'm going to turn on the XGIMI, and then you guys will actually see this guy in action. All right. So this thing is actually a good investment. Or buy an LG one if you want to get it more expensive. But this one, because it's sitting on my my bedside table, it will actually adjust for this wall. So let me turn this TV off. Got a Roku, so you know, HDMI CEC controls everything. So I have to disconnect my TV. I gotta find a better way to do this, because this is starting to become a little fucking ridiculous if I want to watch a movie. Motherfucker, hot. Alright. Take the TV off. Now I got a whole white wall to work with. So, with the XGIMI, you get a remote like this. This thing is fucking ugly. I don't like the looks of this, but sometimes the looks actually does. The look of a remote actually does matter. People don't think, oh, it's a remote, it's a remote. Yeah, but the looks of the remote does matter. It brings out the user experience. So, batteries not included. So I have to take the batteries out of my remote control, my TV remote, and turn the sucker on. Now, like I said, this thing has Google TV built into it. So it's going to boot up, and then it is going to focus itself, and it's also going to keystone itself to this area right here. It's going to avoid, what this projector is going to do is it's going to avoid all this, so it's not going to fill up the whole entire wall. It has object avoidance, so it's going to avoid all this stuff. And then the projector is just going to project right there. So let me turn it on, because it's already plugged in like a regular TV set. So XGIMI. Now that guy is going to move to the middle of the area. So basically, projectors, you spend more a little bit because they're able to have a 10-foot screen, no problem. A TV will cost less, and 75-inch or 85, unless you spend way more. Yeah, I'd rather have a projector than the TV. I'm not gonna lie. So let it boot up. It's going to focus. It's gonna auto calibrate itself. Every time when it boots up, it's gonna calibrate itself, and you'll see. There it goes. It's gonna keystone. It's gonna focus. Probably you guys didn't really see that, but there it is. Projector all set and done and all over with. So, and what I can do is I can go here. I think I have to update it. That's the reason why it's a little jerky right now. Yeah, see, system updates. Stop. I want that to go away. I can focus it by hitting this focus right here. Oop. Like I said, it just booted up for a while. There we go. It's all focused, all set. And that's the visuals that I'm getting right now. So, yeah, having the projector, you might want to buy one. So, yeah, got YouTube. Has Google Assistant, has all the favorite toys that a projector should have. Again, a little jerky because I have to update it. So, with that Google Assistant, which is great. I could go screensaver 4K HDR. And then it'll go whoop onto YouTube. I don't want the volume up. Okay, volume down. Go here. And then, of course, with YouTube, there's always freaking advertisement. But yeah, this is going to be an HDR. HDR. 1080p at HDR. Let me rewind. Here we go. So guys, this is 4K at not 4K, but 1080p at HDR quality. This thing is quite an investment. So if you guys want to get into projection, this was actually a good way to get into it. I can show you some other options. Like for all settings, it has Bluetooth, which doesn't come with TVs. So projector, you could do the keystone, you could do focusing, and you could do projector type. So with projector type, you could do front, ceiling, or rear. So if I go back, keystone. Now, watch this. Object avoidance and all screen alignment. I turn those two off. I know it's backwards for you guys. I'm sorry. Watch when I press auto keystone. Now the screen is 10 times bigger. So now when I go back to YouTube here, I don't need to move my projector. I don't need to move my projector. My projector doesn't need to be moved at all. All this. I could just move my DVD rack over there in the corner of the other side of the room. I could have just this massive ass screen. This is what's cool about this projector, because it has auto keystone, auto object avoidance, and stuff like that. So if I move back the camera a little bit more, probably you guys can see it. Look at that. Literally fills up the whole entire wall space. And the best part about this projector is that I don't need to move it. Right here. All this. And then with a sound bar, that's when it gets good. But I do have stuff in the way, so I'm gonna put this back where it's supposed to. Because yeah, because that shit is in the way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to enable object avoidance right here and screen alignment. And now when I go back, I press auto keystone correction, and then it should move over there with no issues. Here we go. Bam, done. Without moving the projector itself. There you go. So yeah, invest on a projector. You guys are not going to regret what you're going to buy. And then you can focus it. And then there we go. Focused, all set. I didn't need to do anything. All I got to do is just use this remote. Overall, projectors are more versatile, bigger screen, whereas TVs are brighter, less versatile, and brighter. Yeah. Now, if you have 50K to spend, you could buy the same projector the movie theaters has, and you'll be all set. Don't do that. This is what the light's on now. This is why an ALR screen works better. You want an ALR screen because it's 400 lumens. There we go. There's the issue right there. But with this in focus, which is 3,200 lumens, let me look that up because I forgot the specs on that guy. This thing is Bluetooth. You don't need to point at the projector. So I could keep that in my pocket, or I could control it all with my phone. So having something like this is really, really good investment. You just have to have blackout blinds and a wall space. That's the problem. So the InFocus IN3118 HD projector, which is that guy right there. It's a 1080p projector, and it's 3,000 lumens at eco mode, 3,600 lumens, 3,600 lumens on normal mode. So literally, that projector beat the pants off this one, and I think that one. I think that's 2,500 lumens. But when I'm just laying down in my bed, I use this guy. Blackout blinds, close the light. There you go. Movie theater experience. And then all I gotta do is just set my soundbar right here. Set my soundbar right here, which is Bluetooth. Set my soundbar right here, and then I got a whole massive screen experience. Invest on both. I'm not gonna lie, in fully light, I can't watch that. Well, that's why there's ALR screens as well. ALR screens, I think XGEMI makes ALR screens for this projector as well. So, I mean, with the lights out, I only use this projector whenever I'm, in the mood to watch a movie. I'm not going to watch TV on it. That's what my TV's for. I mostly watch movies at night. So I don't really need anything too big, too crazy, and stuff like that. Like, this is actually pretty decent. And the speakers on this guy, without the soundbar alone.
Thirsty? Brain fog, fatigue, irritable headaches. Yikes, yellow.
The Whopper has never tasted better.
So, yeah, the sound quality of this projector is, decent. It's actually not that bad. Let me see if I could, I don't know. Actually, let me show you guys something. I already showed you that the screen could be huge as shit without even moving it. I got VLC in here. So like I have to turn it up.
Trash and specify containers. And remember, gift certificates are available for any special occasion. Enjoy the show.
This is the XGEMI Mogo 2 Plus. You can buy it at your local Walmart for $2.98, but for taxes, it really depends on where you live. Full 1080p, no 3D capabilities, but yeah, it's pretty decent. Now let me show you guys another one. I got like so much. Here we go.
Figure customized movie screen.
Feel
No, I don't want that one. Turn this down a little bit. God damn. And it has a USB stick in the back, so you could. This is all going through a USB stick in the back of the projector. I thought I had other demos in here. Guess not. Okay. This is 1080p. Oh, rewind. There you go.
Welcome to Reaper.
All right. Let me put a. Let me go back to the. Let me see what one of you guys said. Can you type it? I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I can type it down for you. So, yeah, like, you could, yeah, I mean, you could buy a TV, you could buy a projector. I mean, it really depends on what you want. Really, it depends on your needs and stuff like that. This one is the XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus. Or you can actually buy the Pro. Oh shit, wrong that's my that's my other channel. Oh well, whatever. So the XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus. But if you want the 3D version, they make the XGIMI Mogo 2 Pro. That has 3D capabilities. This one is just a standalone 1080p smart one. So if you want the 3D capability, then the Pro will be a lot better. This is just the regular, the Mogo Pro, the Mogo 2 Pro, Plus. I'm sorry. As Google Assistant. What's the weather for tonight? There we go. 67. This thing is just amazing right out of the box. For an example, I could just ask it anything. Like, with Google Assistant, you could just ask anything. Tell me a joke. God, this is gonna be stupid.
And a fish. You can tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish.
Yeah, that type of shit. Tell me another joke.
Did you hear about the baby cats who love doing pranks? They were just kidding around.
Yeah, that's pretty much done with you. I don't want to hear any more jokes coming out of Google. Yeah. So, hold on. HDR screensaver. Which one? This one actually looks pretty cool. Turn this down. I don't need sound. I don't know why I keep pointing the remote at the projector. I don't need to do that because I forgot it's Bluetooth. I only had this for a couple of weeks. I don't know. I'm addicted to hitting that focus button. Hey, how's it going? We're just talking about home theater. So you guys, this is a great investment. Definitely pick yourself up one of these. You will not be disappointed about the picture quality and how it looks. Like, it's just great right out of the box. Like, you can't get any better than that. But yeah. So this projector costs $298, but with taxes, it really depends on where you live. So it really depends on where you live. And the box, so when you buy it, the box will actually look like this. If you guys have not seen this in your local Walmart. X Jimmy. But it's so weird because X Jimmy gives us a slipcover. I don't know why every manufacturer does this shit, but they do. But yeah, I mean, there it is. X Jimmy, Google TV. Look at what they're advertising. Netflix, of course. So this is the box that it comes in. So if you go to your local Walmart, go ahead, pick one up. You will not regret it, as you guys can already see. Well, with the lights off. There you go. With the lights off, you can't really regret it. With all the features it kind of has, you can't really go wrong with it. So go ahead and buy yourself one. I mean, it's not bad if you want to take it out, take it on the go. It's permanently staying where it's at, but it's not bad. X Jimmy makes more higher end projectors. This is just their starter, the entry level one. But this has a lot of good reviews off Amazon, eBay, all that other places. Even on the X Jimmy website, they have good reviews. So, yeah, great investment. What's the price? Best price I could get on that? If you want to, of course, when you buy a projector, especially an LED one, you want to get it new. So $298 is technically how much you can buy. If you want to get one of those people that just buys it and sells them on eBay, probably you could get it a lot cheaper. But if you want to buy it at the store, $298. Now that's a freaking steal. This one, that's a 1080p one. Also, like I said earlier in the live stream, I could turn that one on and let you guys see that as well. So technically, what I have to do is I just have to take off the dust cap, plug in the, because I keep that unplugged. I keep this one plugged. I keep the X Jimmy plugged because I use this more. I keep that unplugged because that's a lamp-based one. This is an LED one. As you guys can tell by the brightness, it's not really that bright. The lamp one is a lot more brighter. I mean, yeah, that's nice, but 300. But I spent 300. Spent 300 on my Sony TV 90s. 75-inch 4K HDR mini LED TV. Well, you know what? A lot of people don't want 4K sometimes. You know, I mean, sometimes 4K is not really, how I see it, kind of 4K is not really worth it. Especially when you have bad eyesight. And plus, 1080p is still relevant as of today. Now, if you're talking about 720p, okay, whole different story. But 1080p is still relevant as of today. I see a lot of people still keep their 1080p TVs or 1080p projectors, if you want to go that route. A lot of people still keep their 1080p projectors and TVs besides buying 4K. Why? Because this works. A lot of people don't need 4K. A lot of people can't see 4K. That's the fucking. I'm sorry for swearing. That is the problem between like 1080p and 4K. Can people really see the difference? Can you see the difference? It's all about your eyesight. That is beautiful when the lights are off. When the lights are off. That thing is beautiful. Do I need a 4K TV? Well, I do have a 4K TV. I'm fucking lying. But do I need a 4K projector? No. I think 4K is still a waste of money. It's still not. It's still not. I feel like it's still not an investment just yet. 1080p HDR. You could buy a 1080p HDR TV. You don't need 4K to have HDR. You could buy a 1080p TV or a projector with HDR. You could buy a 1080p HDR10 projector. You could buy an HDR10 1080p TV. You could buy an HDR 10 Dolby Vision 1080p TV. You could buy those things. 1080p is fine. 1080p is great. You don't really need 4K everywhere you go. Trust me. 1080p is still the dominant resolution in today's day and age. Because a lot of content is not even out on 4K. A lot of the content is not even available in 4K. So that's how I feel about 4K. Do you have it hooked up to anything or use their platform to watch movies? I only have 1080p. There you go. I mean, people don't want to spend more money on freaking newer resolutions. There's no need. If 1080p looks fine, it looks freaking fine. For this projector, you don't need to really hook up anything. I mean, it has an HDMI input. It has a USB input. I only use the Google TV that's already built into the projector. So that's how I watch my content on this thing. Yeah, this thing, I only use the Google TV operating system. Like if I go back, let me just do this. There we go. Google TV. So yeah, this is what I use. I'm still new to the Google TV because I'm so used to having Roku and WebOS on my LG TV. So this is still a brand new format, which I'm still trying to learn a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I could just go to, I have Tubi. You know, it's like downloading on an Android. It's technically Android TV, which Google TV is a spinoff to Android TV. There we go. Now, all because it doesn't have sound because I turned down the sound on my projector because I mostly use my sound bar. If I turn my sound bar on, then yeah, I have sound. But yeah, you know, I could watch my Tubi. You know, I don't need to it's a little herky jerky over here. Sometimes Tubi is really heavy on stuff like this. But yeah, like I got movies over here. You guys can actually see my movies if you guys want to. Some documentaries here and there. What's that? I am Zozo. Oh my god. You know. My favorite TV show when I was younger. Goosebumps and Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, all this for just on the Google TV app. And like I said, this is Bluetooth. I can keep this in my pocket. And then I can just scroll. I don't know why you want it in your pocket, but you can do it though. Eddie Griffin. I love that dude. Yeah. I love Tubi because I can watch live TV. What the fuck was that noise? Here you go. This is my favorite TV right here. Got the old school Price is Right with Bob Barker. I love watching this old stuff. Yeah. So again, invest on this type of projector. You're not gonna regret it. I mean, don't. Ah, God! I tell everybody all the goddamn time, do not buy those TikTok projectors. I'm telling you, you're gonna be fucking disappointed. I am telling you, you guys are gonna be freaking disappointed. If you guys have a TikTok projector, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to pick that son of a bitch up and throw it in the trash because those things, God. Sometimes I just love it when people say, "Oh, I got a TikTok projector. Yay." Have you ever used IPTV? Actually, yes, I have. Internet, what's it? Internet Protocol TV is what it's called. Yes, I actually do. I use it all the time. I don't have cable in this room. I don't have cable in my room. I all strictly IPTV. But yeah, I mean, if I switch the camera around, probably you guys could see the quality even better. Is that a lot better? Yes, it is. Look at it. Fucking Christ, it's so much better. There we go. I mean, can you get any better than that? Yeah, probably. You know, you guys could invest on the 4K projector, but for 1080p for $298, and if for taxes it'll be like 300 and something. This is actually investment. Plus, with the autofocus, the auto keystone, auto object avoidance, trust me, your TikTok little projectors and shit ain't gonna do that. It's not going to do that. Trust me when I tell you that. It's not gonna happen. When you buy cheap, you get cheap. You could buy something used and cheap. You could buy something, something like this, used, but buying a used LED projector, meaning that some of the light in the, some of the usage on the LED, it's already used. This is brand new. This is just brand new, right out of the box. I think I bought this 2 weeks ago, and then I tried to do an unboxing video, but a lot of people was going in and out of the house, and I don't want to put it back all in the box and redo it. So, yeah. So, I mean, you can't get any better than that. I mean, you can. Again, 4K, but, I mean, seriously, like, can you see 4K? Can everybody see 4K? I certainly really can't. Sorry, guys, I'm just wiping the fucking lens there. There we go. Yeah, that seems a little bit better. So, yeah. I mean, this is what I'm trying to get close to the thing as far as I can, and that's how big it really is. And I can show you guys where it's sitting. Turn this on, flip this around, point this down. Bam, right there. That's where it's sitting. Has 2 speakers, Dolby Audio certified, and it has a subwoofer in the back. Yeah, that little thing has a subwoofer built into it. I don't know why it have a subwoofer. You can't feel it, but it does bring the good bass out of it. So technically, it sits here. It's gonna stay here. This is the XGEMI Mogo 2 Plus, and it looks like it belongs in this area, right? Look like it belongs there. It just blends in really well with it. And if you guys heard that, that's the autofocus. So when we swing by over here, there you go. So yeah, that projector is really, really good investment. And plus, let me show you something. Let me show you something really, really cool. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, non-copyrighted music. Okay, yeah. Instrumentals. Actually, free hip-hop non-copyrighted music. So I'm just gonna choose one. All right, now listen to this. Okay, seemed like that wasn't really the best one. Hold on. Sure. But the speakers on this thing is actually pretty good. So you don't really need a soundbar for it, but again, if you want that big home theater experience with a giant screen like that when the lights are off, you do want a soundbar. But for a quick, you know. This is the music, this is the sound coming out of it. Pretty good, right? Now, you can actually turn this into just a speaker. Watch this. I'm going to hold down the power button. And then you got several options. You got, you know, restart, sleep, shutdown. It doesn't have a built-in battery, so it relies on outlet. Screen off. So when you're listening to music, you can turn the projector off. Then you can turn up the music. So now the XGEMI Mogo 2 Plus is now a speaker. So it's a projector. So it's a projector with a built-in speaker built into it. So I can listen to music without having it projecting. Because right now the screen is off. Then I can control everything through here. And there we go. Now, to get the screen back on, pretty simple. Just press that power button again. So again, you want to just use this as a speaker, but you don't want the projection. Press the power button. It says screen off. Press OK. And there you go. Screen is off. So now you just listen to the music through the projector. You can't do that with TikTok projectors. You really can't. I could turn the music up by just pressing the power. Bring the projector back up, just press the power button. Here we go. So yeah, this thing could be your Bluetooth speaker if you wanted to. Very expensive Bluetooth speaker, but nonetheless, you can use this projector as a Bluetooth speaker. There you go. So, I mean, can you get any better than that? A projector and a dedicated Bluetooth speaker built into it. Or it had, when you buy it, it has YouTube Music already pre-installed for that specific reason. So you can play music, you can turn the screen off, let the music play, you can crank it up, and then to get the screen back up, you just press the power button, and then the screen comes right back on. So again, like, it's, you can't do this with other projectors, you can't. Turn the screen off. Screen off. There you go. Now it's just a speaker. Turn the screen back on, just press the same power button. That feature is there for that specific reason. So again, you guys, do not spend your stupid money or your hard-earned cash on TikTok projectors. Spend a little bit more money if you can, save a little bit more money than you can, and then you'll get something like this. So much better. I'm talking about like way times more better. And then I'm just going to turn the projector off. So, I mean, you could put it to sleep if you want to, but I'd rather turn it completely off. And it says, for longer battery life, turn off the device when not in use for an extended period. This thing doesn't even have a battery. It's only outlet only. So I don't know why that's information is there. But yeah, I mean, should turn off. this turned off. Oh, I guess not. I guess I put this fucking to sleep. Hold on. We'll take a one look at the screen. That's not bad. So to turn it off, you just press the power button down. Hold the power button down and press. Well, first turn this down. I don't want music coming out of the speakers because I use my Bluetooth. There you go. Or I can just turn on the screensaver. Then I could keep that on as long as I want, but yeah, cool, huh? But I'm going to turn this guy off. So hold down the power button, go to shutdown, then press OK. And then it's off. So there you go. That is the XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus. So home theater, buy yourself a projector. You're not gonna waste your money on it. Trust me. It's a good investment. It's really well worth it. And then you are not going to be disappointed, which is kind of weird. This remote's a little weird. I don't like it. There we go. And it says XGIMI remote control over here, embroidered. But yeah. That's my new toy. Now with this, I just put the TV back on the cabinet. Like so. Yeah, it is a big pain in the butt to do this. I would like this, but I gotta find a better way to do this shit. This shit could be mad annoying. Oops. Hold on. See how annoying that could get? But it's fine. Oh, I forgot about the power. I knew that. No, I didn't. Here we go. And then I can put my soundbar right here. Pretty good. All right. All right, you guys. Well, that is about it. And then my TV turns on, and then go to YouTube. Or what this projector can do is project up here and right here. Keep my TV here, and then it can project up here. It's a much smaller screen, but it works. I think it froze. Did it freeze? No, I wasn't pointing at it. There you go. Any questions, any concerns, or whatever? If anybody's still watching, let me know. Because I've been live for almost half an hour. Oh, it was me watching. You should place your TV in a different area. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But the projector could project on top of the TV if I wanted to. But it is quite fun. But yeah, my TV is over here. I can project over here, or I can take this TV down and project a bigger wall, a bigger surface, or I can move my whole cabinet over here on that side of the wall, and then I can project the whole wall if I wanted to. So I have options for that projector. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I got so many options. That's my 1080p. I have another 1080p projector. Probably you guys saw. On the other side. There it is. The XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus. So I got. This is a projector. That's a projector. It's like every single side of my room has a projector. And then that's a projector too. So yeah, fun stuff. Sorry guys, hold on a second. Yeah. I mean, I showed a little demo of the XGIMI Mogo 2 Plus, and it is a good investment. Yeah, there's much better projectors out there, but for the price, and it looked like it belongs in that area, you can't beat it. I'm gonna go outside and then quit this live stream soon. Oopsie. So, yeah. So that is the demo of the Mogo 2 Plus. I really highly recommend it. But not for a dedicated home theater, as you guys could already see. 400 lumens. I don't recommend it for, a dedicated home theater. Get yourself a dedicated home theater projector, like my Optima. My Optima is a dedicated home theater projector. But for something to throw around the house or use as just a TV at night, at dark, to use it as a TV every now and then, fuck, why not? But I feel like people should at least have a projector, at least own one. Like, how are you gonna watch movies outside? The only way is buying a projector, right? So, yeah, I highly recommend that projector for outdoor use. Also, I'm never gonna use it outdoors. That's just fucking stupid. $310 outside? I don't think so. It's not like my other projectors where it's almost like $2,000. Yeah, but I'm not bringing that fucker outside. That's like my backup movie smart projector. Yeah, so that's the demo of it. It works. Highly recommend it. If you want the 3D, then they have the Mogo 2 Pro, which that does 3D, but for me, I don't do flying shit about 3D. I mean, I bet you some people do. I don't. Yeah. Just get yourself a projector, and then you'll be happy. You'll be happy with both the TV and the projector. You know, in the same room. Because honestly, you don't want a square or rectangle brown box on a console. You really don't. It just ruins the aesthetics of the room. A TV, I feel like it ruins the aesthetics of the room. Buy yourself a projector. Put it in the back room. Put it in the back of the room. Face it at a wall or a screen. It's more hideaway. Makes the room look cleaner. Trust me, you're never gonna regret that. So, who else is watching? Let me know if you guys are watching. If not, then I could go sleep. But if you are, if you're still watching for an hour and 31 minutes, I'm fucking highly surprised that you guys are still watching. Yeah. What type of home theater equipment do you have? I mean, I already showed you mine. What do you have at your house? Like, what do you use in an everyday basis? I use my TV for everyday use, but for a movie, I use my shit. So you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Are you in your backyard now? Is that a TV on top of you? Yeah, that is a, yeah, that thing is a TV. We're renting this house, so we never really use that TV. That TV's just out here by the owner. We didn't put that TV out here. Besides, me being a geek, I'll never put a regular TV outside. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. I'd rather have an outdoor TV set. You know, like a true outdoor TV, not a regular indoor TV. Or, no, actually, that'd be a stupid idea. I was about to be like, what about I just put a projector up there, right? And then just cover it when I'm not in use. But at the same time, projectors are much more expensive than TVs, and fuck that. That'll ruin the damn thing. Yeah, I'm in my backyard. I already showed the demo of the XGIMI Mogo. I should do a demo of the Optima. I have an Optima 720p. I know, it's an old guy. But it does 3D as well. It's a HD projector. It works. I use it for my laptop. Which I haven't even turned on my laptop in God knows how long. I don't even know if it needs to be updated or not. That tells you how much I use it, right? Yeah, so I got my laptop hooked up to my Optima. And then my Optima is pointing at one wall. And then the XGIMI is pointing at where the TV is at. And then the InFocus projector is pointing at where the other one's at. So, I mean, yeah, I technically have projectors pointing at every single wall in my room. You're watching on your Dell laptop touchscreen. Touchscreens are nice for a laptop, but nah, I'd rather not. Besides, I'm using an Optima projector for my laptop because my screen is cracked as shit. I got mad one time and I went BAM! I was like, ah. Should I buy a new screen or a projector? And then I was like, nah, I'm buying a projector. Screw that. So I got an Optima H. Holy crap! What the hell is the model number for it? H181X. There we go. I forgot the model number of it. I bought that one new old stock for $175, I think, off Amazon. New old stock. Meaning it's an old product, but it's still new inside the box. Which I did an unboxing on this channel. Just look at it. Yeah, I use that to use my laptop. And then it does 3D, but I don't think I'm gonna use 3D on that guy. I don't know. I mean, I think 3D is kind of useless in today's world. Yeah, I mean, if you want to watch Avatar in 3D, okay, cool, but you know, it's bad. And the Optima projector that I have is lamp based, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable about. How much gigabytes of RAM do you have in your laptop? Very low. It's an old HP laptop. It's like one of those ones that you get at Walmart. It's one of those shitty laptops. I hate my HP. I hate HP laptops. They're just fucking junk. The only brand of laptops I really like is Dell. I love Dell laptops. I've always had Dell computers in my life. And then when I switched to HP, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna suck. And it does. It really does suck. I do have a Toshiba, old Toshiba computer, which doesn't have a screen. So I use that for my projector as well. I took the screen off because the bezel was breaking off, and then I don't want to, put it all back together again. So I just took the screen right off, and then I put the Wi-Fi antenna underneath the keyboard, and then I just screw it all back in. And then I always have it plugged in through HDMI to like a TV or a display. So, it works. That's what I use for my editing for my videos, used to be. But I have like it's a Windows 7 laptop, so it has Windows Media Center, which I love to death. I love Windows Media Center. Windows Media Center was the shit back in, Jesus Christ, 2009. So I love Windows Media Center. So actually, I still got, what is it? It's only 213. I could plug it all up again and show you guys what the Optima looks like. Now it may look fuzzy because it's projecting onto a wall with texture, so it's not going to look that great, but it looks decent from the sitting position I'm in. It's 720p, 1280 by 720. It's an old stock. It's like I said, it's old new stock projector, so it's not 1080p like my other projectors are, but it works. I mean, I only use it to go on my laptop anyway. And the contrast ratio is 23,000 to 1. Old home theater projector. So after the cigarette, I can just show you guys. So yeah, that's a laptop that I use. It's a crappy ass HP. Not really the greatest thing in the world, but and it gets the job done a little bit. Not too crazy, but just a little bit. I have a big mirror dresser covering my wall in my room. Ah, damn. I mean, are you thinking about buying Are you thinking about buying a projector? I mean, if you think about buying a projector, yeah, you do need the wall space, which I have. I have all the wall space in the world. I just don't want to put anything up on the wall because I want a giant freaking screen. I'd rather have I'd rather have a big projector image on my wall than um, after I seen yours, I want one. I mean, go for it. Go for it. I mean, yeah, $300 and some dollars. Yeah, it is kind of expensive. No, it's not $600-700, but it is kind of expensive. But at the same time, you are not going to regret it because it does object avoidance. So it will actually avoid the object that you have on your wall or near it. It has a camera built into it, so it sees what you're projecting, and if anything is like, in the way, it will actually shrink itself and put it someplace else. That's always that's the projector that you want if you have a lot of stuff on your wall or have a lot of stuff around. That's the projector that you want. But if you want a regular projector, like a home theater one, yeah, that's going to be pretty hard with a lot of stuff. That's if you have a clunky ass room with a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's where it gets tricky. So, I mean, invest in it. Why not? I mean, if you have a TV, why not invest in the projector? I say have both. You get the best of both worlds. You can watch TV during the day and then turn on your projector at night. That's what I do. But I work at night. So that's why I have blackout curtains. Today I have today off, so I could just stay up all night if I wanted to, because the next day I work at night. So I could sleep during the day and then go to work at night. So I could stay up all night if I wanted to. Which I'm trying to get my brain to work that way. That's why I'm going to try to stay up all night, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, invest yourself on the projector. There's pros and cons about it. Like, again, you need a wall space. Number two, a TV is so much more efficient because it's just a TV on a console or on your dresser or whatever. It's the easiest thing in the world. But a projector, you can take it wherever you want. It's just like this little box where you can just take it wherever you want. Oh, I'm having some friends over, but there's no TV in the spare bedroom. All right, let them use the projector. Take the projector, put it in the room, turn it on. They can use it whenever, how long they stay at your house, or and outside. I have like this blank wall right here, besides the fucking stupid TV. I have this blank wall. I just put it over there, project it, bam, done. Watch a movie outside. So, always invest in the projector. Trust me. Trust me. I'm not saying this because I'm a projector freak and I know all about them. And I'm addicted to them. I'm telling you this for a person that has been around working with projectors for almost 15 years. I'm telling you. It's a good investment. The shrinking feature is cool. I don't see how that works. The shrinking feature is called object avoidance, right? As I already demonstrated earlier in the live stream. So it will actually see what is in the way. It will shrink it, and it will put it someplace that is not obstructed. Then it'll focus itself, and then it'll go into the Google TV app or operating system. So that's how it works. It avoids everything that's in its way to project at a blank space. That's what the object avoidance does. And that should be on the feature on every single projector, but it's not. I'm not saying is it exclusive for XGIMI? No, because I think the Anker Nebula Cosmos 4K projector, I know that's a big mouthful for just a stupid device, That one has the same feature, but it costs more. This one is technically the cheapest one with those features. And you can buy it at your local Walmart. If you guys got a Walmart around, just look at it. Just read the specs. Go on Projector Central. Go on projectorcentral.com. You'll read the specs and then you'll be like, okay, well, this is actually pretty good. Buy it. It's not going to be a waste of money, but buy it, test it out, and then at the end of the day, you're just like, okay, I want to ditch my TV. It's 1080p, but I'm going to ditch my TV. Okay, yeah, it should. I live in Canada. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I mean, I bet you it'll be a lot cheaper over there than it is over here. Probably I don't know how much it is, 300 and something dollars in Canadian money, but I mean, it's technically the same price if you actually think about it. They're all the same price everywhere that you go. Now, the other projectors I have, like the home theater one, that one costs around, I think, $1,500 or $2,000. That one is a big investment. That one you don't want to mess up. In American money, I should say, because you're from Canada. American money. The Optima H181X is a true 720p home theater projector with 3D capabilities. It has game mode and stuff like that. That one is way more expensive. That one is way more expensive. And plus, I bought it new old stock for like $175. But if you want to buy it new old stock, it's still gonna cost you a lot of money. So, I mean, just stick with the X-Jimmy Mogo 2 Plus projector. But for a dedicated home theater, you don't want to use the X-Jimmy. It's not bright enough. Brighter the projector, right? Here it is. Brighter the projector, the brighter the projector, the technology, and the name is what really brings up the price. Optima is a really, really respectful projector manufacturer, and their prices could go way up there, especially the one I have. It may be new old stock, but you buy that new with the full retail price, that's an investment. So if you're still watching this, keep watching. And when I'm done with this, which I should be, I'm not gonna smoke everything. I'm just gonna be done right there. I can show you what the Optima looks like. It's a lot brighter. It's a lot better. I can keep my lights on. It's nice. The colors are just crazy. I think the color is a lot better on the Optima than it is with the X-Jimmy. I don't know why. The X-Jimmy does HDR, the Optima does not. I mean, it's about the DLP chip that it has inside. What's a DLP chip? Look it up. Or do you know what? I explained it on my channel. I explained everything on that. But yeah, it seemed like it's a lot brighter and the colors are like more pop. I don't know why. It just is. It's crazy. Like I've watched Saw 2. No. I think it's Saw 1 or Saw 2. The red is fucking red. That thing is no damn joke. That thing is red. Like it's like OLED red. That's how red that projector could get. I'm like, what the fuck? That thing is red as shit. It is. The colors on that thing is just fucking crazy. It looked like it's HDR, but it's not. Alright, let me do a few puffs because I don't want to waste more time. Yeah, the HDR on the Optima is... Oh. Like the darks are fucking dark. Hold on, I gotta pick my nose. Ew, you're disgusting. Well, I have a dry booger up my nose. I needed to pick it out. It's bothering the shit out of me. Yeah, it may look like it's HDR, but it's not. It's not. It's fucking not. It's regular. It's regular standard dynamic range, but it doesn't feel or look like it. I can plug in my Roku into it too, so I'll demonstrate that. So you guys already saw the X Jimmy. Now I'm gonna show you guys the Optima. So I'm gonna do that right now before it gets too late. All right, stay with me, you guys. Stay with me. I'm pretty much done out here. I'm done fucking smoking. Oops. All right, so this right here, holy crap, man, why the hell are you guys so tall? Hold on. Let me boink, boink. Hold on, and boink. There we go. All right, that guy right there, that is the Optima H. Fuck it, I'm bringing you guys with me. There you go. That is the Optima H181X. That thing is expensive. That thing is about $1,500 American money. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this TV off. I'm going to take the Roku. I'm going to plug it into that. And then you guys will actually see the picture quality coming out of this guy. Ooh, excuse me, I'm Mario. This is what I love about the Roku. Like, it's so small. You can take it wherever you want. It's awesome. Okay. So, let me demonstrate this one. This one is a little weird because this one does not have automatic focus. You got to focus it yourself. It's not like the X Jimmy where it has an automatic focus. That, you got to focus it yourself. So it's a bare bone projector, but it does work. It does work. Let me get this HDMI cable, which is plugged into it. It's just on the ground. I'll plug that. Plug that in. There we go. Okay. Yes, and that guy does have speaker. This guy has a speaker too. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. And for the remote, this is what it looks like. More features. It's just not a smart projector. That's technically what it is. But you guys already saw the brightness from the X Jimmy projector. Now I'm going to show you the brightness of this guy. Turn it on. It's going to make a little whining effect. Because it has a bulb built into it. So this is a bulb-based, this is a lamp-based projector. Which I haven't used this in a while since I got the X Jimmy one. So it's got to ramp itself up. There you go. Blue. There you go. Oh, trust me, it's gonna get brighter. And the worst part about this projector is it goes out of focus all the fucking time. So I gotta focus it by doing this. Do that. Make sure I see the individual pixels on the screen or on the wall. Go up. Maybe a little bit more off to the side here. And then there we go. That's as bright as it could go. YouTube. Put down the legs. So this, you guys, is 720p on the wall. This is not my 1080p projector. This is the 720p on the wall. This is the Optima H181X projector. Here we go. That's what it looks like. Let's see here. So, yep, that is the Optima H181X. Oh, turn off the light? Yep, I'll do that for you. So this is the Optima H181X. See how crazy the color looks on this thing? It's not even HDR, it's not even 4K. This is just 720p. Yep. What are you looking at? Yeah. My cat was looking at the wolf. Yeah, it does look crisp and clear. I have it on movie mode, I believe. Yeah, I have it on movie mode. It says display mode, movie. But sometimes this projector goes out of focus a little bit all the time, which it kind of sucks. Yeah, that's what sucks about this thing. Goes out of focus. So this is how I kind of focus my projector. I have to put on something that I can actually see the pixels, move it. Very, very fidgety fucking. Go up, see the pixels. Okay, good. Now let me show you guys the oil one that I use for the. There you go. Look how blue that fucker is. Like, you guys can't tell me that that's not blue. And this is not even HDR, I should say. Let me go all the way back to like the beginning of the video. Like, this thing is just crisp. Again, this is a home theater projector, so you suspect it to have all crispy looking quality. Crispy. I have a tendency to keep looking at the projected image and see if it's out of focus because I got OCD like that. But yeah, I mean, it's blue. It's freaking blue. Like you can't say that this is not blue. This is actually freaking blue. Look at the mixed colors of it. Why don't I use this all the time? It doesn't have the. It's just a basic projector. It doesn't have smart features. But yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I used to play games on it all the freaking time. Let's see here. There you go. There's another one. So this is 720p. So 1280 across, 720 up. I don't know how big the screen is, this projected image, so I will have to guess. Probably 90 something inches. But playing a game on this thing is it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, this is actually crystal clear enough. 720p is still clear. I have another projector, which is not 720. It's another optimal one. It was like way low tier one. But yeah, this is just great the way that it is. Like it's dark. Like the black scenes are actually freaking black on this guy. It's quite crazy. As you guys can hear the fan ramping up a little bit because it is a lamp-based projector. So, you know, it needs constant cooling. But yeah, go back to YouTube. What the hell was I doing? I wanted to try something else, but let's do oops. Ay. My God. The fuck? There we go. No, not the game. I mean, not the movie. Gameplay. There we go. It's going to. God damn it. My Sony TV back then had a projection lamp also. Oh, you had a rare projection TV. Yeah, I had one of those. Oh, it was a plasma. Then I had a lamp. Plasma TVs are technically a CRT. But yeah, here's a little somebody was playing Mortal Kombat. So I just put on a video. And you guys are wondering if it does have audio. It does. Oh shit. I was messing with the keystone. Oopsie. But who wants to hear fucking that through a projector? Seriously. You don't want that. You don't want that. Has 3D. Okay, image shift. But you know, that's just the weirdest thing in the world. Image shift. I don't get why it has that. Vertical keystone. You keystone it, but you know it's flat the way that it is. I can zoom. You know, I can fucking zoom it in. Or it's a digital zoom. So dumb. I don't know why it even has that shit. Some of the things in the projector is just like why does that? Edge masking. Don't know why you would have that either. Format. This menu. Go here. Got your language, your projection. Screen type. Audio settings. Mute on. Advance. And then input source, you know, all this type of beautiful stuff. Lamp settings. I got on eco mode. I only used 31 hours on it. And that's about it for the menus. Shit. I need to get rid of that mute. Where the hell did that go? That'll be over here. Audio settings. Mute on, off. Volume, 0. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know if it was plasma, but I remember it used to say change projected lamp. Yeah, it's probably a DLP rear projection TV. Or something of that sort. See, it goes out of focus. See how long that lasts? Just goes out of focus out of nowhere. And I could see it. I could see it going out of focus. But all because it's 720p, it's so easy to put it back. So easy to put it back in focus. It's just, yeah. But yeah, that's what the Optima H181X looks like. So technically I have projectors all over the place. It's pretty straightforward. I know, right, kitty? Yeah, I know. You know, I spend my money on stupid shit like this. I know, right? The colors shine, though, in this. Yeah, it does. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I mean, this is not HDR or anything. It's just great right out of the box. Like I didn't even tweak it anything. When I took it out of the box, it was technically already in movie mode because it's already a home theater projector. So it yeah, it works. It works. And with the lights on, that's with my lights on. So you guys already saw with the Extreme Mogo 2 Plus. That has a 400 lumens. This is 2,500 lumens, I believe. Let me look it up. Because I'm kind of curious now. If you want to know any of the specifications, always go to projectorcentral.com. You'll learn more about it. It's a 720p home video projector. And it was released in 2014 and got discontinued in 2016. And the MSRP is $999. There you go. There's some of the specs for it. 3200 lumens, 720p, 16:9 HD, 23,001, 720p, 1080i. That's 1080p max, full HD 3D compatible. 5,000 hours to 10,000 hours. So it's on eco mode right now. So 10,000 hours. What did I say? I only used 30 hours. So yeah, that's the specs for the Optima. Now for the dark scenes, as you could tell, some dark scenes, it does not look great. Alright, well, my ass was almost up that dog's butt crack. Well, for the color, it's pretty good. And like I said, that's what the light's on. Let me turn it off. That's what the light's off. So yeah, let me do a color palette before I end this live stream, because I've been on for like almost 2 hours. Well, technically 2 hours. Color screen. Ambient light color test. Here we go. Well, first, let's watch commercial. There we go. Ambient light. Oh my god, that's bright. So technically, it's just going to cycle through the colors. So you can see what the real colors look like on it. Wait until it hits the blue. Jesus Christ. That's blue. Yeah, so anybody wants to comment on this projector, let me know before I stop the live stream, because I've been almost live for almost technically already 2 hours, and it's already 2:49 where I live. So yeah, look at that. That's crazy colors. No HDR, no nothing. It's just happens. It's just how the DLP system works. I have never dropped this remote, even when I bought it. See, now it's in focus. Now it wants to stay in focus. Oh, God, this fucking thing. There you go. That is all the colors that it's producing. Oh, now what is it going to do? Okay. I guess that's it. That it? Yeah, that's it. I really don't need to do pixel refresh because this is not fucking TV. If you're gonna do videos like that, it should be on an OLED. But yeah, let's do this one again. Oh my god. Oh, let's do it with the lights on this side. Get this guy really into the test. I'll catch your next live stream. Thanks. Going to go to bed. Super cool. Thank you. Have a good night. Yeah, same here. After this, this is the last time I'm doing this with the lights on, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But yeah, I'm gonna do this with the lights on. It kind of fills up most of my wall, but not so much. Yeah, but everything is black from down here and up. The side, everything's all black. It's crazy because my focus projector does not look this good. All the colors. And this is what, like I said, this is with the lights on. This is not the Extreme, this is the Optima H181X DLP projector. Home theater projector. And then the video should cut out soon. And there we go. And then back to the main menu. All right, you guys. So that is, wow, for 2 hours, man. For 2 hours, dude, I showed a lot. I showed the X-Jimmy Mogul 2 Plus. I showed you the colors of that and all the features it has. I showed you guys the color of the Optima X 181, no, H181X. Fucking model numbers, dude. That's what happens when you own a lot of projectors. You just lose your brain. So I already showed you the colors and everything from the X-Jimmy over here. My 1080p projector. I showed you the colors and how the Optima H181X looks. And the way that I see it, I rather choose the X-Jimmy over the Optima. But for a good 720p projector, this thing actually works really, really well. Alright guys, I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. It's been 2 hours with this live stream, and you know, I could go a little bit longer, but at the same time, I don't want to, because I need to go to bed. So yeah, that is about it. That's the two projectors I normally use. Well, I don't really use the Optima as much anymore, but I think I kind of miss using the Optima every now and then. So I'm gonna start using this guy a little bit more, because this guy is just beautiful. The pictures, the picture quality on this thing, I'm still surprised how great it looks. Knowing that it goes out of focus every now and then, it because this projector's not a cheap date, but I mean, the problem, yeah, that's where the problem lies. It goes out of focus, every now and then. But you guys probably saw my review on this projector on my channel, so I mean, I don't need to talk anymore about it. But yeah, that is the 2 demo and talking about home theater on this live stream. We talked about home theater. We talked about, you know, TVs, projectors, and HD, HDMI, HDR, handshake, HDCP handshake. I showed you guys a demo of the Extreme Mogo 2 Plus, and then at the last point, I showed you what this Optima H181X looks like. I still only used 37 hours on it. I should be using this more often, to be brutally honest with you, because I kind of miss using this thing. Knowing that it's just 720p, I kind of still miss using it. Maybe I should use it a little bit more. Alright guys, I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me turn this guy off. Then it just ramps up, and then it's gonna ramp up for a little bit. Actually, not really, because this thing, the fan goes really, really fast on this thing, and it turns off really, really. It's done. even when I'm almost done trying to explain that it's turning off, it's already off. So there you go, you guys. We talked about home theater. We talked about TVs, projectors. I showed you a demo of my Extreme Mogo 2 Plus. And I also did a comparison with not really a comparison, but more of a, you know, I turn on my Optima H181X again because I haven't used it in God knows how long. And that's about it. So I hope you guys like this live stream. Please leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell notifications if you guys want more live streams like this. And yeah, whatever topics that you guys want to talk about next, leave it in the comment section for the next live stream. Alright guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.